Today I'm hiking from the Lehigh Gap Nature Center to the Lehigh New England Railway Trail, to the Prairie Grass Trail, to the Charcoal Trail, to the North Trail, to the Appalachian Trail. It's a long hike. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me over the wind. I imagine it's going to be extremely windy once I get up top, because I'm at the bottom and there's wind already. So here we go. A little more than a mile down the Lehigh and New England Trail, you will come to the intersection of the Prairie Grass Loop, which will take you to the Charcoal Trail and to the top of the mountain. So that's the way I came, and this is the way I'm going. If you ever hike this, that's the direction of the Lehigh and New England Trails, fairly level all the way out. So up we go. About a little more past 1/3 of a mile up the Prairie Grass Trail, you'll come into where it breaks off on a charcoal trail. And then here's where you start really climbing the mountain. The Charcoal Trail has a lot of rock scrambles, which makes it for, I guess you could say, a moderate hike. You know, the rocks, between the rocks and the elevation gain, I would call it moderate. And can't see the top of the mountain too much anymore, but that's where we're headed. And down there is where I came from. That's the way I'm coming from. This is the way I'm going. And I just want to give you this view from this level here. It'll be much better once I get to the top. I finally made it up to near the very top of the mountain. Got this sign where it says "to the North Trail." Okay, I have come to the intersection of the Charcoal Trail, which is straight ahead, the way I would be heading if I'd be going back. This is the direction I came from. I'm now going to make a hard right and go on the North Trail, which goes back up on top of the mountain, and I'm going to take that across to where it reconnects with the Appalachian Trail. Still going up, finally getting up to where it's starting to have some snow left. I'll see how it is once I get up on the very, very top. I am now going past the cell towers, and this is the way I'm headed. There's a good view looking down at the Pennsylvania Turnpike where it comes out of the Lehigh Town side. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. Extremely windy here. Well, coming from the north, headed south, you will get to the third cell tower, and this is where the trail goes back and connects with the Appalachian Trail. Right now on the cut across where it cuts back over the mountain. I have now come to the intersection of the North Trail and the Appalachian Trail. Most people take the North Trail because of the overlooks. The Appalachian Trail from here back to where I'm headed does not have many overlooks, but that's the way I'm going to go back. Right down that way. And the Appalachian Trail, like going that way, will take you towards Bake Oven Knob, Bears Rocks. This is the way we're headed. I have now reached the intersection from the other side where the North Trail meets the Appalachian Trail. I would have come down this way if I wouldn't have taken the North Trail from the Charcoal Trail. I'm now going to continue down the Appalachian Trail to the Lehigh Gorge, the Lehigh Gap. Heading down the Appalachian, you'll come into a shoulder. I believe this is the Slatington Shoulder. It's a fairly large shoulder. Fit a lot of people in here. First aid kit, logbook, information, and this is the way I'm going down the mountain. I've now reached a point where I'm leaving the Appalachian Trail and jumping on what's called the Woodpecker Trail, which will take me back to the Lehigh Gap Nature Center where I started. I have now made the full loop and I'm back at the Lehigh Gap Nature Center, breaking out of the woods. There's a center behind me, and over there's the parking lot where I started this morning. I want to thank you for following along, and I'll see you in the next video.